So Mick, obviously your son Josh, middle son, he's done something your other two sons haven't done. He's obviously boxed like them, but he's now gone in promoting as well, so must be very proud for you.
Yeah, I'm really proud. Yeah, it were a natural progression. Josh has always, all his life's been boxing. When he were a youngster as an amateur, he used to help me match shows. Back in day before they were all warrior boxing and databases, we used to get lists. You go to a show and you come home with 20 lists from other clubs, and then when you put your own show on, we'd lay them all out on the front room carpet, and Josh would go, "Oh, there's a bout there, Dad, there's a bout there." So it's a natural thing for him, yeah.
So matchmaking's in his blood.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I'd say I started putting shows on in about 1999, I think, maybe my first amateur show. And going into like early 2000s when he was still a kid, he made me match day for them shows. Josh, he used to pick bouts out for himself and that, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, obviously, he's hung the gloves up now. Yeah. He's had a long career. It's had its ups and downs, but for you personally, what was the highlight?
Oh, obviously winning British title. But I will say, he won British title was a fantastic achievement, and two great defences. But then we had a bit of a sticky patch. But then we went up to featherweight and won IBO title. And for me, I wasn't sure that he could do something at featherweight. After winning British title at bantamweight, we went up 2 divisions and won IBO. That was a special night for me. It were, yeah.
Does it make it extra special that when he won the British title in particular, he said he did it not for himself but for you?
Yeah. It's people who's close to us know relationship that we've got, me and Josh, and we've been through some hardship. There's no doubt about it. On a personal, away from boxing, we've dealt with a lot of issues that other people, that people don't know about. So. When he said that, I won't stop until I win that British title for you, Dad. And he's special-handed. There's no other way of saying it. It is, pal. Yeah.
Well, when I first met Josh, he had about 4 fights, and he said then he's going to win a British title for my dad, and he's going to be on his mantelpiece. So it took him a while, but he got there in the end.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and it is its own mantelpiece. And we've done it together all the way through. He could have gone in a different direction, and I encouraged him to, when I first found out what illness I'd got, because I haven't been able to pad him or anything, but we've found a unique way, me and Josh. We found a unique way of training. I never missed a run, he's never sparred without me being there. It's been that sort of relationship, and to have success doing it the hard way like that makes it even more special for me. Yeah.
You've got another generation, or potentially 2 generations coming through, because you've got Dempsey, your youngest son, he's taken up the sport. Now, I understand you, again, maybe didn't want him to go into boxing, but he's got that determination that goes with the Wale spirit.
Yeah, because he was born into boxing. Like my grandkids are now. Dempsey, he was doing that when he was a baby. He had a couple of amateurs, but they were always good at school. Not disrespecting anybody, but Dempsey's a really smart kid. So I thought, rather than, because we know the hardships, it's professional boxing. Let's not beat around bush. It's an hard, brutal sport, and unless you're good at it, unless you're gonna achieve something. If you've got someone else, some other sort of walk of life that you can get a living out of, and that's why I encouraged Dempsey. He went to university, he got a degree, and that for me was a prouder moment as Josh winning British title, Dempsey getting a degree, because that were a first in family. But the deal was that he said, if I go and get a degree, you've got to let me turn professional. And he did. And his first fight, it was a bit he was straight in. I don't think he realised what were coming, but after the first fight I thought, we might have something here, and he's give himself to it. Dempsey, he runs a business that works alongside boxing, so he can train twice a day. He's improving all the time. He listens, and you know, he's got ability. He is good at it, so we will encourage him. And the thing Dempsey's got in his favour, like with Josh, a lot of time it was just me and Josh. With Dempsey, it's me and Josh with Dempsey. So it's you know, when you're actually going down at corner, I've got Josh, and it's a massive difference. A lot of times I'm going down to the corner and I'm feeling pressure, thinking, you know, Josh is in a British title fight or whatever it is, the pressure's on you. With Dempsey, it's a totally different feeling because I can lean on Josh. And I think, you know, if he does everything that he's supposed to do and he listens, he will achieve, yeah.
Do you think in his last couple of performances as well, he's shown a bit more spite?
Yeah, he has, yeah. He could have maybe forced stoppages, there's no doubt, but I don't want him to go out and stop these kids. These are learning fights. He had 2 amateurs. So as I see it, he's got 20 rounds in now. He's had 5 fights, and they're invaluable, them rounds. Next fight, he'll step up to 6 rounds. He might start getting a few stoppages then when he's into 6 rounds. So it's like he's saying to me, I've had 5 fights and I ain't stopped anybody. But he could have, if we'd have encouraged him to say, look, you know, he can stop this kid, step on him. But I want him to learn. I want him to learn. So when he gets to, you know, central area level, and it's a 10-rounder, and he fights for the central area title, he's ready for that 10 rounds. Because once you're there, you're not coming back down. You know, you're at that level and moving forward. Yeah.
And you mentioned about Josh's kids as well, because when I was speaking to you earlier, excited about the young ones coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey sparred tonight. You've seen Mikey, he's only 8. Jack, 6-year-old. I mean, I've just bought him his first sparring head guard. It's a Reyes head guard. It's cost me £200 this head guard. But he's that good. Seriously. I'm going to have to box him out of area so nobody sees him and keep him secret. Because they're that good. Seriously. I call Jack Baby Canelo. Because he can do everything. You know, but he's born into it. It's just... But having said that, some kids even born into it, they've still got to have that, you know, when they're not turning away and they're not scared. They're not scared to, you know, take a shot back. And obviously, you know, it's all controlled. They only body spar because they're only babbies. But they're showing great potential. So there's no chance of me retiring. I'll still be maybe in this chair when I'm 80-year-old, hopefully, you know what I mean? Yeah.
All good. Anything you want to add?
No, I just want to say that how proud I am of Josh. You know, not just in boxing, but in life. He's such a lovely, personable kid. And I'm not just saying that because he's my son. You know, if you can't get on with Josh Wale, then you can't get on with anybody.